losing my bachelor's degree, meet Chuck.
Do you know when I first started preparing for my bachelor's degree? When my mom was still pregnant with me. If you were growing up in India, you would know 99% of the kids become either an engineer, doctor, or a lawyer. And 1% become an engineer, doctor, or a lawyer. So when it came time for me to choose my career, I chose to become a bachelor's in electrical engineering. So when I started learning the coursework, I realized it's not all about learning the coursework. I have to constantly manage my mom's expectations as well. I have to constantly lowball her expectations and keep her guessing. What if this guy doesn't pass? What if this guy fails? What if this guy does not get his bachelor's degree? But after 4 years, 8 semesters, and a whip in my mom's hand, I finally got my bachelor's degree. And I thought, boy, I was done. But oh my God, I was wrong. Immediately, she dispatches me to the US to work on my master's degree. After I graduated with a master's in electrical engineering, I began working. And about a year and a half into my job, I get this call from India. Beta, it's time for you to lose your bachelor's degree. It's time for you to get married. From there on, every trip I make to India, I meet prospective matches. The arranged marriage, when love is arranged. I go down to the same barista from my parents' place twice in a day to meet 2 different dates. And I talk to them about all the interesting things I do in life, like being the SAA of my Toastmasters Club. And this became my story in 2008, 9, and 10. But in 2011, my luck slightly changed. That's when I met the boss. And immediately, after our first meeting, she becomes my favorite. Why? Because she decides to meet me a second time. No other girl had dared to meet me a second time. And believe it or not, she decides to meet me a third time as well. And she poses a question at me on our third date. Why the heck are you wearing the same shirt for 3 dates? I said, I had never planned on meeting the same girl thrice. We decided to get married, and believe it or not, ever since then, it's always been my fault. It has been my fault even when it's hers. And this is a fact that a custom officer on one of my trips to India agreed in totality. I'm flying down to India, and I reached Bombay Airport about 10 hours before my wedding. Yes, I was lucky I did not miss my flight. I reached Bombay, and I find out that my bags were not as fortunate. They did not make it. So what is the routine when your bags don't make it to the airport? You fill up a custom declaration form, and for those of you who have been to India will know, you would rather be standing in a line in DMV office outside San Jose than dealing with any of the custom officers in India. But I had to do it. I had to deal with it. And this custom officer starts harassing me. He's trying to milk any money that he can out of me for getting nothing. And after about 45 minutes, I had enough. And I said, look, officer, I'm here to get married in about 10 hours. And my bags are not here, and that's troubling enough. Why didn't you just let me go? He looks at me in amazement, his jaw dropped down. You're here to get married in about 10 hours? Yes, sir, I'm here to get married in about 10 hours. Then why didn't you just go? You're going to have enough trouble from your life here henceforth anyways. So I take off, and in about 10 hours, I was married. But I was fortunate. Avni turns out to be a typical Indian wife. a very good wife. She knows a man is at the top in the hierarchy. She believes that I should be the head of the family. And she wants to be the neck so that she can turn the head the way she wants.